What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, the official Cliffy J, and I'm back with another video. And today, I can't hit my mic, but once again, we're gonna talk about the challenge. And as you see on the screen and by the title, we're going to be talking about some of the most screwed over players by the format. So it's pretty simple how we're going to be doing this. We're not really looking at players that were screwed over by certain votes or screwed over by elimination matchups. We're just looking at the format of the challenge and how it put them in a bad position or made the game extremely difficult for them. So let's get into today's video. And just so you guys know, it'll be no order to this list except for number one. That's the only one that has an order because I think that one player is clear cut the most screwed. But other than that, everything else kind of up in the air. So first we got Steve. And my thing with Steve is that if it's no advantages, he gets it done in that final. Laurel barely won with multiple advantages over Steve, and that sucks for him. From a competitive standpoint, I hate that final. I really hate the fact that politics and social game played a part in a competitive final, right? But at the end of the day, he's not really higher on this list, or I don't really value this one as like a crazy screwed over moment because the format throughout the entire game was more social leaning. So they just incorporated social game into the final too. So from a competitive standpoint, screwed. But overall, I do kind of think that it is what it is. It's not crazy for him to get screwed like that. Next player we're going to be talking about is one that I feel like, as soon as you seen this, you kind of knew she was going to be on here. We got Sarah Grayson. Actually, I think I spelled her name wrong, but I'm not fixing it. But yeah, we got Sarah Grayson. She faced multiple men in eliminations. And that's not really the reason, because like I said, it's not about the matchups, but it's about the fact that she's being put in a situation where she'll have to go against people that have an inherent advantage in her against her if they were to do a strength challenge or something like that. And I ain't saying that she can't compete. 'Cause she showed she could beat men, in different type of challenges, but it definitely would have been more fair if they didn't have physical eliminations as an option while you're going to be rolling dice for guys versus girls. Just doesn't make any sense. Just seems like one of the dumbest things the challenge could ever do. But yeah, on to the next one, guys. We got Wes from Battle of the X's 2. And I don't have Teresa on here because I don't feel like she was as screwed over, regardless of the reason that she didn't get as screwed over. I think that she wasn't as screwed over. My problem with this format is the fact that everybody gets a second chance, except for, the last two people that are like in the game that make the final. And then the last two teams that are in the game that make the final. And then Wes and Teresa, like they totally didn't get an opportunity, but Teresa was able to get a retry after their elimination loss and was able to get back into the game and then make the final and have a decent performance, right? So I really do think that Wes got screwed over completely because he didn't get that second chance. It's not a guarantee he gets back in, but at least having that second chance would have made it more fair to me. And the next people that we're going to be talking about, this is actually a group of people, and I think we all kind of know, what it is. All right, man. Yeah, as I said, the next players are a little couple. It's a group of players. Yeah, I forgot to put Steve's name, but fuck it. Steve, Kellyanne, John A, Zach, Nerese, and Ninja Natalie are the players that I feel like are massively screwed over because they're basically uncrowned winners. I personally hate seasons with one winner because I think the best performer of each gender should be awarded a win and should be awarded that cash prize. But it is what it is. It's just the format of the game. But that's why I said most grow by formats because there's so many other seasons where you perform good in the final, you're the best performer of your agenda, and you're able to get the win. You know what I'm saying? So that definitely sucks for Zach, especially because he was literally demolishing everybody in the final. He was giving Cara the work, and then they just scrap your lead. Screw you, bro. Like, nah, bro. Then put in a memory challenge versus Cara. It's like, bro, you're cooked, easily cooked, insanely cooked. Yeah. Next player we're talking about is Joss's entire career. It's just a sad story. We all know Josh made a mistake working with Kaylee over the strong girls on his team, but at the end of the day, the format is the problem. They gave him a dumbass purge that resulted in him going home because Kaylee's bad at swimming, which shouldn't be his problem. That's not his fault that Kaylee's bad at swimming. She should just got her ass purged and got sent home because he wouldn't have got purged, bro. Leroy would have been cooked. You know what I'm saying? So definitely was a screwed over dumbass twist, but it is what it is. His whole entire game was in the hands of somebody else. Then we have Natalie and Paulie screwing him over with the grenade. The reason that I think this is a fucked up like thing is because the grenade is part of the format, so that's a part of it. But it's also the fact that Natalie and Paulie asses should have been at home. They should have been gone. Cooked, especially Natalie. She was cooked this season. But yeah, definitely should have been gone. Definitely should have been at home. But they were in the game still, and they were able to cook my boy up. And that just doesn't happen if the format is better. Stupid format. But and then also the elimination he was sent in on Vendettas almost was like screwing him over too, because does he really lose to most of the people up there on Vendettas? Like, only people he really lose to was people that he probably wouldn't have ended up facing that night. He went against Derek, and that was honestly way more screwed up when you really think about it, because Derek is just an absolute animal. Yeah, so Joss for sure has to be one of the most screwed over players in challenge history. If you just look at everything, especially like the format has really cooked that dude up. Next up, we have Laurel and Darrell during Invasion of the Champions. This is really generally like the champs team, but I decided to just say Laurel and Darrell because I feel like they were the most screwed over because they shouldn't have had to go against Camilla and CT. They shouldn't have to go against Zach and everybody else, right? And Bananas and Kara and all that. But that was a situation they were put in. They had to face each other. It is what it is. But they also had to face a bigger team during dailies, and then end up having to work with the weak ass underdogs in the final. So overall, the champs just were screwed, but mainly Laurel and Darrell. It was just kind of stupid. And let me know in the comments, guys, if you guys want me to do a what if video, because there is some really good what ifs, especially this. Like, what if they wouldn't have made the champs face each other? Like, this final is definitely a big toss up if you have them in the final with like Nelson and Ashley. It's a toss up. It's anybody's game at that point. Then we have the captain's twist on Gauntlet 2, which I love this season. The season is near and dear to my heart. It's one of my favorite seasons. But I'm also aware enough to understand that this is one of the dumbest and most screwed over formats in the challenge history. It's just retarded. Uh, this is like, it's honestly just stupid. It's just one of the dumbest things they possibly could do. Yeah, Derek, Alton, Keena, Ruthie, Adam L, Beth, Anissa, and Joe just were put in a situation where if they lost the challenge, they automatically had to go into elimination depending on the gender of the day. Like, that is so stupid to me. No politicking, no strategy, no who did the best in the challenge. Because I performed better than everybody on my team in the initial challenge and want to prove myself off rip. Now I have to compete in every elimination till I'm sent home. That is so dumb. And then like the randomness of picking eliminations was even dumber. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Then at number one, I feel like this was never really going to be a question if you understand what it is. You know what I'm saying? Sarah's entire career is screwed by the format. Her entire career is screwed by the format. Even if you look at like this stuff I didn't even put on here, but fresh meat, not fresh meat, cutthroat. Like, I mean, the ruins, my fault. I keep getting all her first couple seasons confused. She was on hella seasons. But the ruins screwed up. The fact that her and my chair is really loud today. But yeah, the fact that her and Kellyanne had to go against, oh no, that wasn't Kellyanne, was it? Was it Kellyanne? Was that her and Kellyanne? I swear that season is like, it's so foggy in my mind, bro. But yeah, her and Kellyanne had to go against all these champs, all these great competitors. Like, because of the format, they had to be, non-champs versus champs. So like that's already kind of screwed up. Then you look at the fact that, we go into X is one, and your partner gets kicked off because of his actions, and you have to get kicked off because of the format. You guys are partners. Rivals 2, a very similar thing. Your partner quits, and you have to leave because of your partner. Then Rivals 3, this is why I think that she was kind of screwed over, and Hunter wasn't. because she didn't do anything to him that season. You know what I'm saying? She didn't do anything to him that season. They was cool. They was good. And then she still lost the money. So she would have lost that money regardless, being partners with Bananas. So that's why I feel like she was screwed by the format and not because of her actions. Because I think that he would have took the money regardless. Even though it was revenge, it was a good revenge, it was a smart move. I think it was the right move. But yeah, definitely think she was screwed over at multiple events. And every single time you turn around on the challenge, Sarah's getting screwed over by the format or by something else. So yeah, gotta have Sarah at number one. And without a further ado, that is the end of today's video. I do want you guys to comment and let me know if you guys agree with this list. It's not really in order. I just kind of threw names up there except for Sarah. But you guys let me know if you guys agree with this list. Let me know who you guys feel like are some of the most screwed over players. And then also let me know if you guys want me to release a part 2 to this video. But other than that, I need you guys to make sure you guys push the post notification bell so you guys can know every time I post a new lit banger. We're going to be consistent, Cliffy, in the building, releasing video after video after video. And as you guys know, more than likely the next video I will be releasing will be my top 10 female challengers right now. But yeah, you guys make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And as I said, push the notification bell. Do it. Make sure you guys know. And peace.